Hey guys, welcome back. Bolt Spider here. Today we're going to be looking at Power of the Elements and all the new cards that came out and were revealed today, and looking over the imports and everything. So there is quite a lot to go over. We have from Vanguard of the Underground Emperor all the way down to Life Extreme. So let's talk about the imports real quick. All these imports right here, we have Loris, Lady of the Laminate. This was a V-Jump promo from the OCG, and they split up the legendary duelist Proxine. So we got part of it in here. We're getting part of it in Magnificent Maven, and probably the rest in Darkwing Blast to split it off into 3 different pieces. So to go over the rarities, Loris is a super, Telefon's a common, Scannon, Earphone, Converter, and Life Extreme are commons. Power Tool Braver Dragon is a super rare, and Gadget Gamer, we have no clue what rarity it is. But let's take a look at all the brand new cards that are the TCG exclusives. First up, we have Vanguard of the Underground Emperor. It is a reptile level 8. If a monster is sent from the hand to the graveyard, while this card is in your graveyard, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card but place it on the bottom of the deck when it leaves the field. You can only use this effect once per turn. So this is a great Snake Rain target, as you can run it in Audaudic and pitch a Nunu or the other one. So you get a free special summon along with a Foolish Burial. If you're already Snake Range, you pretty much have a total of 5 reptiles in the graveyard, maybe 7 at the point after activating Nunu. So that's actually very good. Next up, we have the World Premiere card that we just went over yesterday. The best Super Poly target that has been released this year or in the past few years, and I don't need to cover it again. Next up, we have Pit Knight Early. It is a link to Cyber's Fire to affect monsters. When a monster this card points to activate its effect, except during the damage step, quick effect. Target 1 monster your opponent controls until the end of this turn. Change its attack to 0 and also negate its effects. During the end phase of this card is in the graveyard because it was destroyed by battle or card effect and sent there this turn, you can special summon this card. You can only use each effect once per turn. For a link to 1500 attack, this is actually very good. Being able to summon it back and being a free negate, this is going to be great for things like Libromancer, in my opinion, because, or even Adignisters or any Cyber's deck that locks you, because it's a free link 2 that's actually very, very good. Next up, we have the most broken card in the set, Moray of Avarice. It's an ultra rare. Banish 1 face-up fish, Sea Serpent, Aqua monster you control. Draw 2 cards. You can only activate 1 Moray of Avarice per turn. I wanted Sea Serpent to support, and I got it. Now, this card is just a free Pot of Greed for any shark deck, any fish deck. So it also helps out the brand new Beyond the Deep archetype. And that's what we're going to be going into after Mimesis Elephant. Special summon this card as an effect monster, Beast or Earth, level 2, 0 attack, 2000 defense. This is still also a trap card. If this card is in the monster zone, quick effect, you could declare 1 type and attribute, then target 1 face-up monster on the field. It becomes that type and attribute until the end of the turn. So this is kind of like a mixture of both of the Symphonic Warrior monster effects in the graveyard, where they can banish themselves, target a monster on the field, and it changes their type and attribute, which could be very helpful, but this being a trap card, I don't really see going to be played, but it's a neat little card for trap monster decks. Now, let's get into the new Golty Archetype. So this is a brand new archetype that is premiered in this set. We have a total of 5 cards, being Schiff the Fairy, Enoch, Asakan, and the Most Distant Deep Depths. Then we have also Goatee, and along with Goatee of the Deep Beyond. So let's take a look at the level 2 monster. It's a fish tuner. You can banish this card you control, special summon 1 fish monster from your hand, except another copy of itself. During the standby phase of the next turn, after this card was banished, you can special summon this banished card. During your opponent's main phase, if this card was special summoned this turn, you can quick effect immediately after this resolves. Synchro summon 1 fish monster using this card you control. Okay, and you can only use each effect of it once per turn. This is actually very good for fish, being able to get more tuners, but this also means deep sea, super ancient deep sea coelacanth getting more cards that it could summon. It could be very, very worrisome. This being a level 2 tuner definitely helps. And we also have another level 2 tuner being Shift Fairy of the Goatee. This was Pace, Light of the Goatee. And you could banish this card from your graveyard, then target one fish monster you control. It gains 500 attack until the end of this turn. During the standby phase of the next turn that this card was banished. Oh, okay. So they all have the same effect of during the standby phase. You could special summon this card that was banished. During your opponent's main phase, if this card was special summoned this turn, you can quick effect. So these two pretty much do the exact same thing. That is very interesting, but one special summons from hand if you banish it, and this one is attack boost. Next we have Sentry of the Goatee. This is one of the best arts. If this card is normal to special summon, you can target one of your banished level 4 or lower fish monsters, special summon it in defense position, but its effects are negated. You can banish one monster from your hand or face on the field, add one Goatee trap card from your deck to your hand, and you can only use it each once per turn. A level 6 on a normal or special summon effect to get a trap card is very good. I'm happy that they fixed what they did with how the Bee Trooper was, because people complained that it wasn't on normal or special. But with this being a normal or special, that could be very useful. But it doesn't have the special summon effect. That's very interesting. Next up, we have Asken, the Bicorn Goatee. This is a level 8 synchro. And it takes one tuner, one or more non-tuner monsters. It's a 2700 attack monster. Very beefy. If this card is synchro summoned, you can target one fish monster you control, and one card your opponent controls, banish them. If this card is banished, you could banish one fish monster from your graveyard, special summon this card. So it comes back. So you could target one fish monster, you could target itself, and a monster your opponent controls, banish them. This comes back, and then you could synchro up into the big monster. That's actually very useful. Then we have the most distant depths. Konami, what is with your naming conventions? The most distant, deepest depths. It's a field spell. While you control a fish synchro monster, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or banished by card effects. Already off to a good start. You can only use each effect of the following once per turn. Once you can banish one fish monster from your hand or graveyard, add one Goatee monster from your deck to your hand. If a fish monster is normal or special summoned to your field, while this card is in your graveyard, except during the damage step, you can target one fish monster you control, banish it, and if you do, add this card here. So it just recycles itself. That's good. It gets your cards that you need. And it combos very well with things like your two level 2s and even the synchro. I have very high hopes for this archetype already. And then we have Goatee Chain. Banish one face-up fish monster you control, special summon one of your Goatee monsters that's banished or in your hand, deck, or graveyard with a different original name from the monster banished to activate this card's effect, but banish it when it leaves the field. So what you're telling me is, I could banish this to summon this back, get a search and to summon this back to chain block. This stuff is actually very good. I cannot wait for the second wave of support for this deck, because Goatee is really looking quite well. But I wonder what you guys think about these brand new cards. I really love the reptiles. I really love Goatee. I wouldn't have thought that I would be wanting to play Goatee, but now I am. And it makes sense with Moray of Avarice, because this gets you a draw 2 for free, and you don't have to play Pot of Desires in the deck. But let's talk about other cards in here. So, I wonder if it has updated at all. Vernalizers are now Vern Nusvalith. That is very interesting. Math Circular is a super rare. That's nice. Also, the Earth Channeler is also a Starlight, which we did see a picture of. Other secret rares that we have the Instant Contact, the Ashura King right here. This is a secret rare that I did cover yesterday. Ultimate Slayer is a very nice card that I do recommend for you guys to pick up as soon as you can. Other than that, it looks like Gadget Gamer is a common. We have Pace as this is an ultra rare. The deck has a secret rare, an ultra rare, a super rare, and many common. I'm actually 100% fine with that. But I want to know what you guys think about this set. Overall, Jam Dragon Drive is a super rare along with... do we have all the secret rares? What is this one right here? Oh, this card, yeah. I don't think we have all the secret rares yet. I still think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We still only have 9 of 10. So I'm wondering what that last secret rare is going to be, but I wonder what you guys think about this set. I really think this set is amazing. But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. See you guys in the next video, and goodbye.